Welcome to Lesson 5 of Level C of How to Teach Your Child to Read. Today we are going to learn 3 new sounds, oh, ow, ah, and also review the rules for deciding if you need to use the k or the s sound of the letter C. Let's get started. First, let's review some of our consonants. When I point to the letter, you say the sound it makes. B, D, F, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, R, T, V, W, Z, Qu. Let's review some of our teams from lessons 1 through 4. A, sh, oi, oi, e, o, oi, oi, ing, oi, o, e. Do you remember the rule for how to tell if you need the hard sound of C, also called the first sound, k, or the second or soft sound of C, s? When you see the letter C, look at the next letter. Ask yourself, is it an E, I, or Y? If it is, try the second sound, the soft C. S. If the next letter is A, O, U, or any of the consonants, try the hard sound, K. When I point to the letter, you tell me both sounds it makes. K, S, K, S, K, S, K, S. We have a letter C. Let's look at this letter. Is it an E, I, or a Y? No. So we need the first sound, the hard C. K, K, on, con. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes, it is. So we need the second sound. S, s, and, scent. Is this an E, I, or a Y? No, so we need the first sound. K, k, t, cut. Here we have the letter C. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes, it is. So we need the second sound. S. Now we're going to have a S here and a S here. But we don't say the sound twice. We just say it once. S and scent. Do we have an E, I, or a Y? Yes, we do. So we need the second sound. S, s, l, sell. Do we have an E, I, or a Y? No, so we need the first sound, also called the hard C. K, t, cot. Is this an E, I, or a Y? No, so we need the hard C. K, k, at, cat. Is this an E, I, or a Y? No, so we need the first sound. K, k, cub. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes, it is. So we need the second sound, the soft C. S, L, sell. Here we have the C followed by a vowel at the end of the word, but we still use the rule. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes, it is. So we need the second sound, the soft C. S. S. Ince. Since. Notice we don't actually pronounce this E here. Its job is only to make the C say S. Let's try that word again. S. Ince. Since. Is this an E, I, or a Y? No, it is not. So we need the first sound. K. K. Up. Cup. Now we're going to practice with some nonsense words. These are made up silly words to make sure that you are reading the sounds that are there and not guessing. Is this an E, I, or a Y? No. So we need the first sound. K. K. Ugh. Cug. E, I, or Y? No. We need the first sound. K. K. Aj. Codge. Is this an E, I, or a Y? It is. So we need the second sound. S. Sim. Sim. E, I, or a Y? No. Try the first sound. K. K. As. Kaz. E, I, or a Y? Yes. So we want the soft sound, the S. S. Elm. Selm. E, I, or a Y? Yes. So we want the soft C, the second sound. S. Sib. Sib. E, I, or a Y? No. We want the hard C, the first sound. K. K. On. Con. E, I, or a Y? No. Try the first sound. K. Ast. Cast. Is this an E, I, or a Y? It is. So we try the second sound. S. Semp. Semp. Do you remember the rule? Is this an E, I, or a Y? It is. So we try the second sound. S. Sig. Sig. E, I, or a Y? Yes. Try the soft sound, the second sound. S. Ev. Sev. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes. So we try the second sound. S. Elm. Selm. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes. So we try the second sound. S. Eld. Seld. Is this an E, I, or a Y? Yes. So we use the soft sound. S. Isp. Sisp. E, I, or Y? Yes. Use the second sound. S. Est. Cest. E, I, or Y? Yes. Use the second sound, also called the soft C. S. Idge. Sidge. Here are our new teams for today. This one has two sounds. O, ow. The way you can remember both of them is to remember the phrase slow down. O, ow. Slow down. Do you remember the two sounds? O, ow. O, slow. Down, down. Slow down. The O and the ow of those two words can help you remember the two sounds of this combination. Do you remember both of them? O, ow. O, ow. O, ow. here's a new one. This one is ah. This one's easier because it only has one sound. Ah. 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 Do you remember the two sounds of this? Oh, ow. Oh, ow. We're going to practice with some real words now. Now, these words mostly have one pronunciation. There's one word here that uses both sounds. However, when we read them, I want you to try it both ways, both with O and with ow, and then see if you recognize either word. We will always start with O first because our memory device is slow down. O, ow. Owl, owl. I don't recognize that one. I'm going to try it the other way. Owl, owl. Oh, I recognize that word. We're going to try the O sound first. G-own. Now let's try it with ow. Gown, gown. A gown is a type of dress. First we will try with O. D-own. I don't recognize that. Let's try it the other way. D-own, down. First, we will try it with O. M-o, mo. Now we will try it the other way. M-ow, mow. Sh-o, show. Sh-ow, show. G-er-o, grow. G-er-ow, grow. You've probably noticed by now that one of these words, one of the ways of pronouncing each of these words is a word you recognize and the other is not. I'm having you try it both ways so you remember that this has two sounds, O, ow. And it's important to remember to try it both ways, especially when you get to a word you haven't ever heard before and you're trying to read it. So you might not know, you might not even recognize which one is the correct one. The important thing is that you know the two sounds. W-ing, wing. F-owl, foal. Now let's try with the ow sound. F-owl, foul. Sh-in, shin. B-o, bow. Let's try it with the ow sound now. B-ow, bow. This word can be pronounced either way and means two different things. With the O sound, bow is like a bow and arrow. With the ow sound, bow, it's like what a person does after performing in a play or singing. D-ing, ding. Let's try both sounds. O and then ow. K-o, co. I don't recognize that. Let's try with ow. K-ow, cow. Once again, we're going to practice with real words, and I want you to practice pronouncing each word both ways, both with O and ow. We will always start with the O sound first. K-owed, crowed. K-owed, crowd. B-o-o, blow. B-o-ow, blow. F-o-o, flow. F-o-ow, flow. P-o-o, plow. P-o-ow, plow. R-o, row. ow, row. Owl, hole. Owl, howl. O, glow. Ow, glow. Own, brown. Own, brown. No, ow, now. Show. Ow, show. Owl, bowl. Owl, bowel. Low. Ow, low. Do you remember the two words to remember the two sounds of this? Oh, ow, like in the words slow down. So when you see this combination, say to yourself, slow down, to remember the O, ow sounds. Own, flown. Own, flown. Snow, snow. Ow, snow. Oh, ho. Ow, how. O, blow. Ow, blow. As you get more practice at reading, you will eventually be able to recognize words faster, and you will know, without having to think as much, whether you need the O or the ow sound. But for now, when you're just learning, try pronouncing it both ways. Let's practice with our other new sound for this lesson. Ah. Repeat after me. Ah. First, we will sound it out slowly, and then we will say it fast. You try before I say it. Ah, la. Ah, ka. Ah, jaw. Ah, paw. Hawk. Ah, draw. Straw. All. On, dawn. On, yawn. On, lawn. Let's review our teams some more. Tell me both sounds of this. Oh, ow, like in the words slow down. Ah, oi. Oi. E, o. Sh, ing, a. O. Let's practice with some nonsense words. These are silly, made-up words to make sure that you are guessing based on the sounds that you are not guessing, that you are reading the sounds the letters make. Oh, this one has two sounds, so we will try O and then ow. O, fo. Ow, fow. Osh, ouch. Ouch. Do you remember this sound? Ah, log, log. Two sounds. Let's try the O and then the ow. G-o, go. G-ow, gow. G-ah, ga. J-o, joe. J-ow, jow. Z-o, zo. Z-ow, zow. Z-ah, za. T-er-o, tro. T-er-ow, trow. T-er-ah, traw. B-o-ah, blah. Sp-o, spo. Sp-ow, spow. Here is a quick little way to see if you are ready to move on or to see if there's a lesson you need to review again. Do you remember, without thinking too much, what this sound is? A. How about this one? A. If you had trouble with either of these, please go back and review lesson 1. How about this one? Oi. And this one? Oi. These two sounds are covered in lesson 2. E. O. If you didn't remember these ones very quickly, please go back and look at lesson 3 again. In lesson 4, we covered these sounds. Do you remember this one? Ing. How about this one? Sh. Do you remember the two sounds of this? K, s. What is the rule for which sound of C you use? If the letter after the C is an E, I, or Y, you use the second sound of C, also called the soft C. S. Otherwise, you try the first sound, the hard C. K. If you can't remember this rule, or you had trouble with ing or sh, please go back to lesson 4. In this lesson, number 5, we covered the two sounds. Do you remember them? O, ow, and ah. And again, we reviewed the rule for the two sounds of C. If you still have trouble with o, ow, or ah, please do this lesson again. Thanks, and see you next time.